All right, so we're here on location. This is the show about whatever. So you're on Whatever by Hektek. I am your host with the most, Hektek from Hektek Desires, videography, photography, talent, producer, and all things adult. I have a lovely, sexy guest on today, Miss Stephanie Love. Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Hello.
All right, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I'm Stephanie Love. I'm a new up and coming adult film star, and I'm also a stripper.
Okay, we're gonna dig really deep into everything. So
Yes.
when how long have you been in the industry?
Only a year and a half, and I haven't shot too much because I'm living in the Midwest kind of. So I'm always traveling to try and shoot, but it's harder.
No, 100%. I totally understand that. I happen to
Mhm.
live in a place that people come through, frequently. So I don't necessarily have to travel as much, but I'm traveling now for this week. So
Yeah.
that's it. So how long have you been dancing? First of all, do you consider yourself a dancer,
No,
erotic?
no, no. I'm a stripper. I get on stage, get fully naked. I strip off every little bit of clothing. And yeah, no. I've been doing that on and off for 13 years. So
Okay, so what got you into stripping?
I just love being the center of attention and on stage. And I feel like it's so empowering to have men throw money at me.
Some women find it disrespectful. I'm like,
Fuck that. Fuck
what's better
them.
than getting showered with money?
The only women that find it disrespectful are the women that don't have the courage to get on stage naked and have it.
You hold up, say it again for the people in the back. I don't think
I
they
just
heard you.
right? The only women that find stripping disrespectful is the women that won't just get up there and do it themselves because they don't have the courage. They're
Yeah.
just jealous.
I find even for me, doing photography and stuff like that,
Hmm.
I find that I get way more hate from other women than I do from guys. Like you'll have the typical weirdo guy say, off the wall shit. But for the
Yeah.
most part, you have women be like, ew, look at her toenails. I'm like, hold up, you zoomed that far in to look at her toenails? Like that's insane to me.
I know exactly what you're talking about. My first video that went viral, everybody was talking about my feet. And I'm like, who the fuck is looking at my feet right now?
Like everything else is going on, and you're looking at a nail on a
Right.
part of a body that's not even. I'm not a feet guy. No shame to feet people. I'm not kink shaming, but fuck, really? That's what we're doing right now?
For real.
Yeah. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with the feminine hate?
I make jokes out of it. I get a lot of like hate on my Facebook, especially because I like to post slutty videos to Facebook. And so a lot of women like to get on there and hate, but I just make jokes about it. I'll bring up like, oh, Google me in this. I do a lot worse and stuff like that. I try to use it for advertising.
No, and that's what people don't realize. I think is they feel every negative comment you have to equally be negative back to them, and
No,
you
I'm
really
never
don't.
ever negative back to them because I want to prove a point that you shouldn't fucking be mean to people on the internet.
Right, right, right. I had a one guy. You're gonna learn a lot about me in this interview. This, and by the way, you're my first one-on-one interview. Normally, I have
Oh,
a
really? I
panel,
feel
but
honored.
I felt like because I was traveling and you're such a dynamic because I was looking through your stuff, dynamic star that I wanted to
Thank
go ahead
you.
and do a deep dive
I
into
love
who you
it.
was. Right. So I had a guy one day. He got pissed off because I said something on Facebook, and he was like, "Pull up," and I was like, "Bro, like you already know ain't nothing gonna happen. Like why am I gonna waste gas and time and energy? Like this is just
For
people
real.
forget social media is not a real place.
That's so true. And I say that all the fucking time. You guys realize that social media is not real. Like I post that constantly.
It's not real. Most of the
No.
people that's on it, they're not even living their real life. They're
I
living
know
the
I
life
don't
that they
live my
think
real
they
life on
people
there.
want to have. My real
right? I
life
don't
is
want people
boring.
actually knowing what my personal life is like. So I put a whole bunch of fake ass shit up there and people think they know me, but they only know what I make them think about me.
100%, 100%. So,
Yes.
so what made you get into porn after so many
I
years of stripping?
Right. I started it because I started OnlyFans first 3 years ago because I really wanted a boob job. So that's what started it. And then I ended up doing one Pornhub video that went viral and I really liked the attention that came from it. So then
Yeah,
I decided to like slowly get into porn. It took a while to figure out how to get into porn because I was living in Nebraska and it's a lot harder to navigate living there. Like I was Googling how to get on browsers and I couldn't figure it out until finally I met somebody with an agent. And the second they said agent, I got my first agent and flew down here like immediately.
okay, okay. I actually been to the Midwest, that area, and it was lit. I like the strip clubs there.
I
So
mean,
let
I
me,
love my club
yeah.
that I work at like maybe once a month. I'll travel back to Omaha and I'll work at the Iowa Playhouse. But other than that,
So let me explain, right? I live in a place that is surrounded by numerous strip clubs, right?
yeah,
So going to a place that there's only a limited amount of strip clubs, I feel the girls were more attentive, if that makes sense.
I could see that. I
Yeah.
could see.
And the fact that it was the club that I went to was BYOB. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
how
that's
you.
like the club I work in.
It was. Does it have like a shelf for your beer and your money?
Yes.
I think I've been there.
It has like 7 stages. It's like a long stage. It's a big giant
It's a
warehouse
yeah
in the
yeah
middle.
super long yeah. And then there's like beds and stuff.
No, there's no beds.
Okay, so then I didn't go to that one.
That one's Club Omaha.
I've been to that one then. So
Yeah, I don't like the owner of that one, so I've never worked at that one. That's the only club in Omaha I've never worked at.
so I've been to that one. The girls were super attentive, and I don't need much, right? I just need, hey, how are you doing? If I, spend a little money, hey, thank you. I'm happy at that point. But the
Yeah.
clubs where I go to, you can literally spend $100 and they're gonna look at you and be like, "You're right." So then I want to go take my money back and be like, "Give it back to me so I can spend it on someone else." Um, but no. So you found someone who had an agent, and how was that journey?
um, I wrote to my very first agency that I found online and I sent them a couple photos and was like, I really want to do this. And like they immediately took me. Within the next day, Fox Modeling was like, okay, we're flying you down to LA immediately. And it just happened so fast.
You definitely have a look, so I definitely can see where they're like,
Yeah.
we need
They
to
hate
jump on this.
tattoos. They hate tattoos, but they definitely brought me down here. It ended up actually being really bad. And then I found out you don't want an agency that takes you in 2 fucking seconds and flies you down there. No. So I left that agency after 6 months, but I'm now with a better agency.
I know who agency you're with. I
Yes,
know
I'm in
who.
Hussie now.
Yeah.
Third
Actually,
agency in a year and a half.
actually, one of my business partners, that's who she's through as well. That's
Yeah.
whose house I'm at right now.
Oh,
Not your
really? Tell her
agent, but
hi.
yeah. um. So you left them. So what made you leave? Because there's, especially now, there's such a weird spot with agents versus self booking.
Yeah.
So what was it that made you decide to leave that specific agency? If you don't mind me
He
asking.
was signing me up for scenes that I didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like we're supposed to get a no list and never have to work with those people again if like we put them on our no list. I have literally one guy on my no list. I was sent there multiple times. And so
Mm-hmm.
that was a big problem for me. And he was just like sending me to these bullshit fucking scenes where they were just like wasting my time. I wasn't really gonna have them credited towards my career. It was just like
Mm-hmm.
easy money, but that's not what I got in it for.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just really wasn't liking the scenes that he was signing me up for. And that was my big problem. And when I told him that, I told him I only wanted to work certain companies. He then just stopped booking me altogether. Yeah,
Mm.
that was great. He just really didn't like me. I'm very like, this is how it's gonna fucking be, and I'm not gonna sway. And I get that like an agent really wants a malleable girl that they can tell what to do and she'll do it. But I'm fucking not like that.
But that's not the role of it, in my opinion, right? It's supposed to
Yeah, but
be,
that's what they like. That's what they like though,
yeah,
because
it's supposed to be
they like
somewhat
PPA.
of a partnership, but yeah, at the end of the day, the agents work for you, not the other way around.
Yes. And I feel a lot better working with Riley from Hussie. He gets me less work, I would say, because he doesn't sign me up for all the bullshit scenes, but I choose not to do the bullshit scenes.
So what do you consider bullshit scenes?
Scenes that aren't going to actually be credited towards my career. I want scenes on actual fucking websites. Like I want browsers, I want Bang Bros, I want,
So you want
things that,
mainstream only.
yeah, I don't want to fucking go to like some guy's fucking hotel room for a many vids video.
Damn, so I can't book
He
you.
well, I mean, like he also didn't tell me the difference. So, it would be
Yeah.
cool if like he warned me, okay, I'm going to a guy's hotel room and it's just going to be a really small time scene. But I was losing money every time because I was making more money at the strip club than paying for my flights out here, paying for my hotel.
Oh,
I
got
could have
you.
made way more money in the fucking strip club rather than coming out here. I was willing to spend all this money and all this time to do
Yeah.
things that were going to be credited towards my career. But when you're doing all these things and you're losing fucking money, I wasn't making.
You're nickel and diming at that point. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I was feeling so uncomfortable about it. He wouldn't warn me about what I was going to. So the days that I would go to, a many vids or even a guy without a website, like some of these guys didn't even have fucking websites. So I wasn't comfortable with that at all. My first scene, the guy didn't have a fucking website. He didn't have a many vids. He didn't have an OnlyFans. I did not agree to sign up for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like I was just completely uncomfortable about it. And then I just assumed every scene was going to be like that because that's what he told me. So then when I show up to a real fucking scene, I was not prepared at all. I had no idea I was showing up to a real scene. So it would go back and forth of where like I, would be all ready or whatever. And then it wouldn't be a real scene. It would just be a guy that wanted to fulfill a fantasy for less than he would pay an escort.
Okay. Now that's a little fucked up now because there's levels to anything that you do. So there's definitely amateurish.
Yes. And
So
I do
those
work for some many vids guys. I do that, but I want
yeah,
to fucking choose them and I want to be aware of the situation before
yeah.
I'm just like
No,
thrown
I
in and
get that.
told, yeah.
And I
Like,
could see like if you were in say New York, but there was one scene in New York, if you knew the situation, you could kind of okay, well, maybe I need to reach out to other people to make this trip worthwhile. I
yeah,
do see that.
absolutely. And like the guys he was sending me to weren't fucking safe guys. I got two stalkers out of this bullshit. Two fucking stalkers. One of them still harasses me a year later. He harasses me on every fucking social media he can. Like these weren't safe vetted guys he was sending me to.
Got you. He just took the booking rate and all that.
Yep.
Got you.
And so like I will definitely do small time scenes. There's actually one guy I work for pretty much every time I come down to LA and he again just has a many vids, but I feel comfortable working with him. I know him. I make the decision to work with him and I know
Yeah.
what I'm getting into. I'm not just being thrown into like anything. Every scene that Hussie has set up for me, I've been told ahead of time what I'm going to, who the male talent is, everything. Like I
Yeah.
should be told who the male talent is before I go to a scene, and Fox Modeling did not ever tell me that.
I I when I reach out to models, I normally send them everything, what the scene is, where the links are, where you could go see the, stuff like that. And I still have models be like, "So what are we shooting?"
That'd be me. I'll have look at shit. I'm busy. I'm fucking busy. So I'll
So what
have
do
like
y'all do? Y'all just skim it real quick and be like, "Ah, that sounds good."
pretty much. I really pay attention to how a person approaches me and then
Yeah,
like I'll look at their shit. I'll, decide if it's like gonna be beneficial, if I'm gonna be in the area the time they want to shoot or whatever. Now I'm a lot more open to things, especially because I have more control over it. Like
right,
back
right,
then
right.
a year ago, I was just losing so much money shooting for these small companies. Now I rent a place in LA and I live in Miami half the time too. So that makes it a lot more fucking easy.
Yeah, I'm not too far from Miami. I just hate Miami. Every time I go to
Uh,
Miami, I feel like I have to put on my NASCAR gear and
I don't drive
like
in
I drive
Miami, but
I
I
drive
fucking
like
love
this, right? This
Miami.
is this is normally me driving, right? When I'm in
Mhm.
Miami, I'm like constantly.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
don't drive
insane.
in Miami. I take
Yeah.
Uber everywhere. I do in LA too, because last year I worked up the courage to start renting a car because it's cheaper. And
Hmm.
again, I wasn't making any fucking money doing porn. I was really relying on my OnlyFans. And so I fucking got hit at a red light. A lady said I didn't move out of her way fast enough. And I ended up having to pay the rental thing, even though she hit me because she took off. And
Yeah.
I called Enterprise, asked them what to do. Should I call the cops? They said, no, just bring the car back. No, I should have fucking called cops because then they
Yeah.
charged me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I learned a
Wow.
lesson. So now I don't drive in LA or Miami,
Miami.
but it's a really good time to sit in an Uber and answer OnlyFans messages and Sex Panther, my two like main things to talk to fans. It's
Got
great
you.
time to just talk to people and edit porn. I put in my headphones and edit.
So I don't edit on my phone. So even like me opening Twitter, like on my flight today, I was so
Yeah,
scared to open Twitter because it'd just be like.
you need a privacy screen.
So I hate those two because I sleep with my phone next to me, right? And so when I
Yeah,
want to really glance over, I have to now move my phone and turn the brightness up. It's too much for me. You're learn. I'm a simple man with simple pleasures. All that.
I get
Anything
that.
extra, I'm not with.
I fly every 3 to 4 days on rotation. That's a
Yeah.
lot of fucking time to edit videos on planes. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
What if what what would happen? Like, say your
You know,
headphones went out.
dude, I heard about this. Some porn star posted this on their profile the other day that somebody was watching porn on a plane and they like landed the plane because of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
I
did
thought
see
about
that.
that. I'm like, if I get caught, I'll get in huge trouble. So I got to be a little more
Oh,
careful. I did have one guy see me one time editing porn, and I ended up making a lot of money off of it though because like he was down for what I was doing. He ended up
okay.
asking me where I worked, coming to the strip club that night. He's like, "That was the best plane ride ever. You were watching porn the whole time," and I was like, "Oh my god, you saw
Yeah,
it?" And
cause
he's
I
like,
think
"Yeah,
they could put you on the no fly list and all that too.
yeah." So I got to be like careful, careful.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't even try to open Twitter on
Maybe
plane.
I
So.
shouldn't fuck with it anymore. I'm fucking risking a lot. I'll at least like answer Sex Panther and OnlyFans
Well,
messages.
that's a
So
little different. That's a little different between because you're
yeah,
not like you don't have to like no videos have to play to do any of that.
true, true.
Yeah.
I just always get like the back window seat. Like if I don't really feel like paying for first class, which I usually do, but I'll get the very back window seat and be the
Oh,
very
so
one
no
last
one's
on the
yeah.
plane.
The only person
Yeah,
back
because
there is the stewardess.
yeah, that's literally what I did yesterday. I was on a huge fucking plane from Miami to LAX, but I fucking got the very last back row seat so I could
Mhm.
edit my videos for 5.5 hours.
Wow, that's funny.
I got
Yeah,
a lot
I would
done.
probably be like this, like the windows here, and I'm like everything's
Yeah.
facing this way. Yeah.
But one day I was doing that and I forgot about it was night. I forgot about the reflection on the window. And I was like, bro, this guy knows I've been doing this whole fucking time, but whatever. I didn't get in trouble, thank God.
Has has anyone like stopped you and be like, "You look very familiar"?
All the fucking time it's happening more and more. I was on a plane 2 weeks ago and a guy comes up, Steph, and hands me a note. And in it, he like called me my real legal name. Then he like mentioned where he knew me from years ago. And he was just like, I've been thinking about your Costa Rica trip, which is a trip with me and my girlfriends for my fucking birthday. And he's trying to invite himself on it. So he was like, will you please wait till after the plane? And I want to talk to you about your Costa Rica trip. I have anxiety, and that was a bit much to call me my real
Yeah,
name and like
yeah,
everything. So I literally got off the plane. I was in first class that day. So I got off the plane as fast as I could, ran to my car, smoked a blunt, then went back in to get my suitcase because it was Omaha. So it's like small airport.
yeah. Yeah,
So I go back
I've been
in.
there.
I grab my suitcase. It's already by like the office where they like leave lost suitcases. And then
Yeah.
I'm walking to my car and I notice a guy following me, a whole different guy. And I turn around and he's like, Stephanie. Like he didn't just notice me and he wasn't just following me. He literally waited like over 30 minutes for me to go back in so then he could fucking talk to me. But he wasn't weird. He then asked me for a photo and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Just use a filter because I have makeup on. So that was cool. And then I got recognized in Miami the other day. I was in the hotel lobby
Yeah.
and some guy came up and I was being nice. So like asked for his Instagram and I saw he's been blowing me up for like over a year. Yeah, I like it.
So the first time I got recognized, I think it was Exotica Jersey. It was years ago,
Yeah.
and a couple dudes like approached me and was like, "Oh my God, you're Hektek," and I was like, "Yeah," and they like, "Oh my God, I love your stuff." Woo woo. Freak. Now I don't have anxiety, right? This freaked me the fuck out. Like it was like the whole event was like 20 dudes, right? Like
Yeah.
different times. And so the people that I was with, I was like, yo, how to handle this? And they're like, you just learn how to deal with it. And I was like, this shit's fucking weird. Just
Yeah.
knowing dudes, I don't know. It was weird for me.
Yeah,
Now,
it was weird the first time I went viral and people came up to me like in the grocery store and they're like, I love your video. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
uh, now I have where I tell fans if I'm going to a certain convention or something, hey, if you see me, come up and talk to me, woo woo,
Yeah.
stuff of that nature. But yeah, it's
Yeah, I
fucking
love meeting
weird.
fans and taking photos. It's just when they send me a creepy letter, call me my real name and stuff. And I even called him out. I made a fucking Instagram post about it. And he's like, I was just saying your real name to prove I knew you. And I was like, I don't fucking care. This is disrespectful. Don't use my real
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Because you never know who's all around and stuff
I
of that
have
nature.
15 fucking stalkers. 15 now that I know about. I can't even imagine how many stalkers I don't fucking know about at this point.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's because I used to put my entire real life on social media. I used to put all of it out there. And I made a mistake doing that. I died it down now. Now I just put, things I want to put out there.
right, right. So, what made you change the stalking, or just be
Yeah,
like,
the stalkers. It got to be way too much. I used to post everything to Snapchat, everything about my real personal life, my emotions, being bipolar. And for some reason, it just like brought on some weird fucking bitches. They're almost all women too. It's fucking crazy.
yo, women are fucking vicious, yo. Like, it's insane. It's crazy because, like, with the whole feminine movement, you'd think it'd be like, yeah, and it's not.
No, no. Like there was a part in a Barbie movie or something that said like women hate women and so do men. Like everybody hates women. Like we all hate women.
I don't hate women. I hate certain types. Yeah, certain
And
types
honestly,
annoy
like
me.
women scare the fuck out of me because I've just never really got along with them. I've always been a huge fucking slut and just like I've got along with men better because of it. And so when I
I,
first got
I
into
imagine.
right, and when I first got into these girls were like asking me out to dinner, wanting to collab, and I made up excuses every single fucking time until finally I was at a sex toy thing and some girls invited me out to drink. I don't even drink, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna meet my first porn stars. I'm gonna do it. And I went out with Avery Black and Jade Cush. It was the
Mhm.
best night of my life. All we talked about is like comparing dicks and having sex. And then I realized, oh, I don't get along with real women. I get along with porn stars.
There is a difference. There
Yes,
is
like the
definitely a
hot
difference.
wives. I went out with the hot wife tour 2 weeks ago, and that was the most fun I've ever had in my entire life.
Okay. Okay.
Those women are so wild. We were in a nightclub and they're just like eating pussy. People were taking out their cameras and recording it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
bystanders,
Yeah.
bystanders. It was
Yeah.
wild.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go take our first break.
Okay.
We got the lovely Stephanie Love. You got your guy Hektek. Whatever. Oh my God. See, you're gonna get distracted.
I know
The
I have
next segment, I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit you with some whammy questions that you ain't gonna be prepared for.
to
This
do
was
it.
this
Bring it
was
on.
this was this was warming you up. This was foreplay.
I have no filter and I'm not shy.
We're about to prove it. All right, so we're back on this wonderful show about whatever. It's whatever by Hektek. Most people ask me why I came up with that name, and when I first started this show, podcast, whatever you may call it. Had no idea what to call it. So, whatever stuck. And here we are.
Love it.
I have my lovely guest, Stephanie Love. I could definitely see you, a little rowdy one. I could tell.
A little bit.
Yeah, I could tell. You ready for these hard questions that I'm about to pose to you?
But yeah, let's go.
All right. Would you date someone who didn't have no money? Or
Yeah.
what? How much
That's like
money would
literally
he
all
need to
I've
do?
done my entire fucking life.
Really? Why?
I don't fucking know. I used to go for love. Now I realize I'm a fucking idiot. That's why I'm single.
We've all been there.
I've been married twice, and both times, by the end of my marriage, those broke fucking losers. I married two men with jobs, like good jobs. One even owned a whole bunch of businesses. And by the end, they both were fucking letting me pay all the goddamn bills while they were like unemployed. So I have a bad history and pattern with men. I like broke men because they have no fucking like job and they have nothing to do. So literally all they do is sit around and fuck you. So I really like and then they fuck you really well because they know they gotta bring something to the table.
Yo, so okay, so it's great that you said this because I've been saying this for years, and every time I say it, people feel like I'm silly for saying it. I
No.
said women will choose a broke dude because when they get in an argument, it's like fuck you, no fuck you, and then he gets his trash bag full of clothes and he leaves, right? But
His trash bag full of clothes.
but and his Jordans. Don't forget the Jordans. He got every pair of Jordans, right?
Right.
However, this bum dude has no place to go, so he has to come back. Versus a dude that got his own car, house, money, stuff like that. You like fuck you. He's like fuck you. Get the fuck out. He's like okay, I'm going to my house.
Exactly. Exactly. And like I
Shame
like
on
taking
y'all.
random
Y'all should
trips
get more of the
and
dudes that's
traveling.
huh?
Yeah, and I like taking random trips and traveling. And you got a guy with a job. He can't just fucking take off in the middle of nowhere. Find a guy with no job. He can literally just travel with you, whatever. But you got to pay
That's
for it.
toxic as fuck.
So toxic. Do you think I'm not toxic?
No, I'm definitely reading. So if I told you some of my toxic traits, you'd be like, yo, you toxic as fuck. But I could definitely see your toxic traits starting to come out now. So you like bum dudes.
Yeah. I'm dating two like semi broke dudes now. They at least have jobs. They at least have jobs. And they're both hot, so it's okay.
What's semi broke?
Like they're not broke, like they have houses and they have cars. But
Okay.
they don't have money to just like fucking go buy me a Louis Vuitton purse when I want.
Oh, then I'm semi broke then, because nah. I get you a coach bag. I can do
Oh,
that.
okay. I like that. I like that. I can deal with Coach.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Louis? Birkins?
See,
Yo,
nobody's
yo.
ever fucking bought me one. Nobody's ever bought me one. And that's why I'm like, I need to step up my dating pattern.
Oh, gotcha. You setting goals. So you throwing it out there in the universe so someone to hear this be like, I need to buy her Louis Vuitton.
And I'll suck their dick.
Don't make me go to the mall. Like,
Like I'm really good at what I do. Like really good at what I do. Just saying.
oh shit. Okay. So hey, so you're gonna replace what you do for a Klondike bar versus what I'll do for a purse?
Fuck yes.
That's
I'd eat
that's
ass for
dope.
a fucking Louis Vuitton purse.
Fuck.
Asses. So that's still like that's special. You know, I've sucked a lot of dicks, but I haven't eaten too many asses.
I think I've only had my ass eaten once.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even
Is that
like
your thing?
no. So the I think it wasn't the ass. It was the gooch area.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's different. I'll lick that, no problem. As long as the guy's
yeah,
like
yeah,
fresh
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. But and that was dope. because I'm a guy that don't like my balls played with. Does nothing
Yeah.
for me.
Okay.
Does nothing for me. So when they did it, I was kind of like, oh, this is a special feeling. Okay, cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
not too often. Not too often can I do that. Then I feel like that opens Pandora's box, and then a whole bunch of other shit start. Because I have some weird shit that I like. Um, so a dude doesn't have to make any money to date you.
Sadly, no. I'll admit that. I'm just being honest right here.
That's dope. So what do you go for then?
Muscles is my big thing. I just want a guy to dominate me. I just need like really good sex and dominating. And then like I need a guy that makes me laugh constantly. So he needs to make me want to fuck him all the time because I'm always horny and I'm a sex addict. But then he also needs to make me laugh and like have good times all the time. So-
I'm hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I'm hilarious. Oh my
Like
god, yeah, yeah. Just throwing it out there. So
uh,
make you laugh. So you go for a guy with a good personality then.
yes.
That's dope. Because there's a lot of like shallowness in this industry. So if you go with someone with personality, that's whatever. Because I do see a lot. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I was about to say I do see a lot of significant others. And I'm like, y'all don't even. How did this work? Like, how did he had a good personality?
Yeah, and also like really, really good looking men are kind of pieces of shit. So you date so many of them and then you stop going for looks and you start going by personality.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Like I try not to go for tens either because that's I don't
Really?
if we're going out, I don't need to back time stuff 3 4 hours for you just to get ready when it's going to take me a hot hour.
Yeah.
I 2 hours I could deal with. Four, it's too much. Too much for
Yeah,
me.
it's a bit much.
Too much. Can't do it. So, do you feel that women mansplain?
They mansplain.
Yeah.
I mean, they can sometimes.
Oh, you ain't gonna give me that
Good
one. Okay,
men.
cool.
So, I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay. Because for some reason, people just coined that as just something a man could do, and I'm like, I feel like a lot of women been mansplaining a lot of shit to me lately.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, especially with like the new terms and the new stuff that's going on in the industry. It's like they feel the
Yeah, I can.
need to break it down to me and tell me what I don't give a fuck about.
I feel that. I feel that.
So since you've been in for a year and a half, how have you seen things change from when you first got into it to where it's at now?
Well, there's like almost like another Me Too movement that's happening in the porn industry this year. A lot of people getting canceled, and finally, some like agents taking accountability for the shit they pulled, which is kind of funny because like this one agent, he finally resigned over the shit he's pulled for years. And one of the articles that got retweeted nonstop about it, where everybody's talking shit, an AVN article, nobody read the date. It's from 2020. This guy did the same fucking bad shit in 2020. Nobody
Oh,
fucking paid attention to it then. But now that social media is bigger and like there's more content creators in the porn industry as well as not just porn girls trying to get so many paid shoots because the second you out anybody in the industry, you're probably going to lose out on paid shoots. Now that
right.
OnlyFans is the thing, girls care a lot less about the paid shoots. So a lot more men are having to take accountability for the shit they pull. Like one guy got canceled so bad that OnlyFans deleted his profile. So I mean,
Mm,
shit's going down like that this year. And that has just been like from like I think that all started kind of in May of where like a lot more men have been having to take accountability for the shit that they've been pulling for years.
yeah, yeah. Do you
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the cancellations are business related, or do you see a lot of personal?
It's both. It's both. I've got a little like bitchy and put a couple girls in their place because they were just annoying the shit out of me because I'm in this Telegram for collab reviews to talk about like safety and unsafety. And some girls are literally in there, well, he didn't eat my vagina, but he ate the other girl's. And I shouldn't have spoke up, but I'm also a bitch. And I was just like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. And I should have said it like that
Yeah.
too. But like, shut the fuck up.
No, 100, and like even for me, every time people bring up blacklisting and this and that, I'm like, I see a purpose for it, right? Like everyone wants a safe environment to work, and everyone
Mm-hmm.
deserves a safe environment to work. But where blacklisting goes wrong is like, say me and you, we're cool today, tomorrow we're not. Now we might have shared intimate details to one another. Now you're trying to put me on a blacklist because of something personal, not even business, not even how I treat you business wise, but personally. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's where shit, even the cancel culture, that's where a lot of the shit goes wrong because it's never business. For me, from what I've seen, it's rarely business. It's
Yeah.
often because this person's cool with this person and you don't fuck with this person. So because you don't fuck with this person, they cool with that person. Now you can't fuck with them. It's too much. And
Yeah.
I graduated
That
high school very
Oh, the
long
porn
time ago.
industry is high school. The porn industry is so fucking high school. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost 30 fucking three and I can't deal with how high school it is. Cause I fucking
Oh.
hated high school. I got out of that shit. Yeah.
But it's good that to know that you will check somebody when you see like, this is not.
Yeah, and I take the ones more serious when you can Google them. I don't want to use these guys' names, but there's a lot of mainstream talent that you Google their names and the word allegations, and you're going to read quite a few articles about that. So those are the ones that I take a lot more serious than some bitch saying he didn't eat her pussy.
And
And
I've
I try to
also
always I Google the male porn star's name and the word porn and allegations before I like decide to collab with them. Or if I have a mainstream shoot, I'll sometimes look at it. But with a mainstream shoot, if I request for the guy to be changed, no, they'll cancel me. They won't cancel the guy.
yeah, yeah. And I've seen too where this cancer culture is very something else.
Oh yeah.
Where now people are using the cancel culture to gain clout.
I've seen that too. Yeah, it's crazy.
So like say you put out an allegation on someone and they feel like you're getting so much wave off of what you're talking about, then they feel like now they have to post and they could have been talking about their alleged allegations for years, but because you're talking about it again, now they feel like they have to jump back in there to jump in the same band and try to get some of the clout that you're getting and focus on them
Yeah,
or
that on Twitter. Yeah, definitely.
oh, I'm glad I'm not the
I
only one. I like you already, Stephanie. I like you. I
I
like
try to
you.
just sit back and read all that shit and screenshot it. So like later I can remember names or whatever if it like comes up to work with these people. But I mean like I try to stay out of it, just read it all.
No, sometimes I go down a very, very deep well because the spider webs just keep going. And you're like,
Oh
what?
yeah.
This happened? It's like reading a soap opera.
It is. It
You're
is.
like, what? Shit, damn. Okay. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's so true.
next thing you know, my whole morning's gone by, and I'm like, damn. But I've also seen too where I have this saying, and tell me if I'm wrong. No one cares about the truth. They only care about who told the story first.
That is true. Yeah.
And it's for unfortunately for a lot of guys, because we're in this movement, a lot of guys now feel like they can't defend themselves without being labeled as victim shaming and you know I don't know what else terms there is to sway them, but you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? How do you feel about that?
I mean, it just depends on the situation, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely, definitely. I've seen some stuff, and I'm like, even like I've wanted to like, especially when they're talking about business, but it doesn't sound like business. It sounds more personal. And I've got written to write some stuff out. I'm like, nah, this ain't my fight, and I'm out of there. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I
I've
cannot
like
do
chimed
this.
in a time or two, but I always delete it because I regret it so fast.
Like, you'll write it all the way out and then just delete it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just too much. Yeah.
it is. And Twitter is definitely one of those places that, oh my god, it could turn into a fucking California wildfire very quickly.
Oh, yes.
So what would you say would do you think there's any way to correct the cancer culture so it's actually legit for true victims?
I mean, there's going to be no way to do that.
Yeah.
There's just no way. Just because, like, social media, the world, who's ever more popular online is usually the one that's deemed correct in situations and shit like that.
Yeah. I've seen that too where this person went because I've even sent like dudes had some allegations on some females and those allegations got kind of brushed to the side. And
Yeah.
maybe because they were lower tier males and all this other stuff. I mean, two people that they should have been able to go talk to and get stuff, rectified. They brushed them out of
Mhm.
the way. Versus someone with
Yeah.
100,000 followers, it's a whole different ball game.
Very true.
Sad world we live in. Sad world
It
we
is.
live in.
Yes.
So, from what you told me, or what I'm assuming, you don't necessarily go after like necessary clout. You just go after like what you feel is beneficial for you.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't really chase clout or whatever, but I do like take opportunities or whatever, like, collaborations and stuff like that. Like I have a really big TikTok collaboration coming up next week where the guy
Mhm.
has 9 million followers. So, that's clout chasing or whatever, but it's also like it's beneficial. Why would I say no to
Right, right,
that?
right, 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 right.
Yeah.
So what makes you besides being mainstream? So like you said, you do little productions. So what helps guide you on those decision makings?
It's usually honestly if I know the person and I get their vibe because I had so many bad experiences right in the beginning with just being sent to fucking weirdos. And so it's honestly I usually only agree to smaller time scenes after I've vetted the person myself and talked to them.
Hmm. Okay, and
Mhm.
what's your vetting process, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know, it's just like a conversation. Like these fucking weirdos show that they're fucking weirdos right off the bat. I showed up to one guy's fucking scene that I didn't want to do. And the first word out of his mouth is, "Oh, you're not as old as I thought you'd look." Fuck you, bro.
Yo, are you serious?
Mind you, this was an old fucking man saying these words to me. Yeah. Good old skin candy. So yeah, I showed up and he said that to me. Then he made another couple rude comments. Then I go to the bathroom to prep and I see that he had torn up my model release and thrown it in the toilet. Didn't even bother to flush. So I was like, oh, okay, I see how it is. So I went out there to be booked for my rough blowjob scene. So he takes out his little micro peen. I'm like, you fucking kidding me, bro? Rough blowjob? Okay. And because he called me old, I start going, and he's like,
No.
and I refuse to use more than two fingers, and I was making a little sucky noise. And he's like, "Could you please stop? Could you please do it like this?" And he shows me of a video of a girl that I know, like fully faking it, doing a good job at acting. And I
Right,
was
right,
like,
right, right.
I really don't know how.
I've been told from my sets, right? When people come to I've been told my sets are like more professional than a professional set. Like
That's what I
I,
like.
I'm chilled. Like I ain't trying to do too much. You know what I mean? Like it's like, hey, this is what the scene is. Do you understand your assignment? Yes, cool. Here's the model release. Let's show each other our task. Cool. You good? Okay, cool. Action. You know what I mean? Then cut,
I've had
and then
two
it's like,
these
get
guys show
off of me.
that they're an insult. Like another guy, he insulted me the entire fucking time to where I literally screamed at him. He told me to stop tanning, stop going to the gym, stop getting tattooed, stop doing this, stop doing that. That I fucking lost it in the middle of a fucking shoot. Like I lost it on this man. He's one of the people that is still like harassing me a year later.
So, and that's the crazy thing, right? If you're not happy with the model, then just pay her a kill fee and just be done with
This
it.
was his second time getting me. That's his kink. That's his fucking kink. Pay money, make a girl feel like fucking shit because she wants the fucking
Oh,
money. All these guys have different fucking kinks. That was that guy's kink. He purposely put me on in an outfit that was physically fucking harmful for me, and then he purposely tried to push every fucking limit I had. He did everything he could to try to get me to lick his fucking old man asshole. No, I don't lick ass. The only ass I have fucking licked are like the cleanest motherfuckers that I choose to lick. I am not just
yeah,
licking fucking asshole, especially when I'm not even getting paid and that was not discussed ahead of time. Like I have licked ass for scenes. Like I worked for BJ Raw, and that's literally like a whole fucking rim job scene. I will fucking
yeah,
do it. And that was for a small time company too. That was for
yeah,
Romeo Mancini. He's a really small time company. First, I met Romeo. I liked his vibe. He was a good time. And then I agreed to like his butthole before I got to set. I knew I was like
yeah.
what I was agreeing to, what I was getting paid for and stuff. I didn't just get on set, say my limits, and then have a guy purposely keep trying to fucking push my limits.
No, and that's that. You bring up a great point because even for me, when like I said, I initially reach out to whole professional email, and then once we discuss what's going on, terms, what your limits all about, then I send out a call sheet with everything in there,
Yeah.
time, date, what you said, your no limits or what we're gonna do, break the scenes down. I've had to where so many people be like, "Yo, your emails and your call sheets are so fuck." And I mean, it's not a. It's you would definitely probably not read
I
it.
skim it.
You
Skim
would
it.
definitely skim. You would definitely skim it, and then be like, "So, Tech, what are we shooting again?"
I usually skim it, and then the night before I go to bed, I'll read it again, make sure I have like the clothes or whatever, and then the next
Uh,
morning that's when I actually like read it.
That's epic. So now I know. I at least know. Oh, Stephanie's going to ask me probably multiple times what we doing. Cool. Okay, that's great.
I've
I'm
done
okay
two
with that though.
independent right? I've done two independent films that I got paid to be in, and both times they sent me the script like months ahead. I just read my lines. I just memorized that. So both times I like went to watch the movie, I was like, I have no idea what this is about. Let's go.
You just show up, you be like, yeah, so my two
I was like,
lines, I'm
that's a
ready.
really good concept. That really makes sense now. I was like, oh, this makes sense of what I was doing in all those parts.
So you didn't even read the one before, after, just your lines.
Yeah, it's a really toxic habit I have.
So speaking of toxic, I need to know all your toxic traits.
Oh,
Not
there's
all of
so
them.
many.
Oh shit. Okay, name your top five.
I don't know. That's really hard.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
give
I
me
have a
two.
toxic trait of I purposely or I don't purposely. I accidentally line up so many collabs in a day and then I forget about all of them and then I try to make it all work in the same fucking day, which I literally did today. But I'm gonna make it all fucking work. I'm gonna make it work where I take 5 penises by the end of the fucking day. It's gonna happen. Haven't even taken one yet. I'm gonna make it happen.
I
That's
think I
probably
did
my most
that for. That's my Thursday. Like I got a scene to do, a photo shoot to do, another scene. Then I'm bringing the same scene to another scene, and with another.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
same
see,
way.
like today I forgot about so many things and I thought that everything was gonna be over by like 9:30 p.m. So then I text a hookup and I'm like, bro, I need you to come to my hotel room. Like you need to come
Yeah,
over. And so he's like, yeah, I'll definitely come. But then I get a text message from a guy. He's like, hey, that tattoo appointment's at 9:30. You're still coming, right? Because one of my boy toys wants to go get my name tatted on him to prove how much he loves me, which is also what I'm really
you're
toxic
super
for
toxic. You're super
so
fucking toxic.
toxic. Like this guy, I'll bring him to parties and be like, this is my boyfriend, this is my boyfriend. But by the end of the night, I leave with another guy. It's happened a few times with him. But
What's your
anyway,
sign? You gotta be a Gemini.
Sagittarius.
Yo. And see, I was about to tell you my toxic signs, but I think you got me beat.
Yeah. And like the other day, okay, there's this one content creator that I'm like, oh, so obsessed with. We were kind of had a thing months ago, and then I haven't seen him since it ended. So I wanted to like get back together with him. So I find about this porn star party. I'm like, he's gonna be there. So I go to this party, I show up, he's the first guy I see. We start making out, we're holding hands, we're walking around the party together. I'm like, we're gonna get back together. This is so great. But then a really hot guy from Instagram walked in that I wanted to bang for like at least 2 weeks. And so the second he
She
looked at
said
me,
at
I'm like,
least 2 weeks.
bathroom,
You're
bathroom, bathroom. And so we run off to the bathroom. And the guy that I'm trying to get back together with even starts following, like, I'm going to get some too. I'm like, no, I'm going to. And we did not
yo.
get back together.
I imagine not.
We went out to dinner together like 2 weeks after that. Cause again, I'm like, I'm going to try again. And we go out and I ordered a hot dog and he told the waitress I was a glizzy gobbler and all I do is gobble glizzies and I gobble like 5 to 10 a day. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't think he can handle it. And then he drove me to a double badge that night. What a sweet guy.
I was not gonna say sweet. Definitely starts with an S. Not sweet. Definitely an S, but not yeah. There's no way in hell. What?
It
And
is what it is.
I filmed situations, right? Like I filmed my situations before, and I don't feel no type of way, but I know what it is. Once I say cut, but you might say cut and be like, I'm staying over here. No.
My first professional film with Hot Milfs Fuck, they called cut and I would not fucking stop. We were in the shower fucking. And that's what they posted to Pornhub too. And I had a boyfriend at the time. And of course he saw that I would just not stop fucking the dude. Like they ended the film. I go
Yeah.
to the shower to shower off and I'm getting cream pie again.
So that is one of my toxic things. I love doing that. I just I don't know. It feels like a sense of ownership at that moment for me. So that's why I do it. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
toxic. My
Yeah.
second toxic, because you done told me a lot of toxic, so I feel like I have to catch up now.
You do.
My other toxic trait is I like women with men.
Yeah. That's
So
hot.
if you're single, I don't want you. If you got a dude, oh. And depending on how many fucks I don't give, I will do it in front of them.
That's hot.
Yeah, I
That's
think I
hot.
have. Think I have another toxic trait, but those are my top twos right there.
Yeah.
100%. hundred
One of
percent.
my toxic traits also is I love an alpha that wants me only to him and he doesn't want me fucking all these guys. But I'm
But
purposely gonna fuck all these guys and I'm gonna post it to my Instagram and they're just gonna have to deal with it. Like the other day, I go visit one guy in his hometown. We have a great time. I post these pictures of him, all this stuff. He's like, great, this is awesome. And then he was like, oh, by the way, I should let you know I'm kind of seeing another girl. And I'm like, yeah, like you don't think I am? Like rude for you thinking you were the only one, bro. And I was like, I'm going to see the other guy this weekend. And he's like, oh, well, like, are you going to be posting pictures of him too? And I was like, I'm going to do whatever the goddamn fuck I want, babe. Just know you're my number one.
yo, yo, fuck.
It's because I got this fire ass pussy and some serious throat game that I get away with it. And these.
I don't know, right? And maybe because I'm desensitized now. Maybe my first year in the industry, maybe. Now, I'm like, that's cute.
I love it. I love it.
That's cute. I might even do one of these shits. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's cute. Yeah. Wow. Miss that you know what? That's what you need to change your name to. Stephanie Miss Toxic Love.
I like that. like that. I was literally in bed with a guy the other night, and I told him I can't even remember what I said, and he just looked at me and was like, "Wow, you're fucking toxic." I was like, "Duh."
That's what I'm saying. If you have it in the name, they can't be mad when it happens.
You just can't be mad when it happens because listen to one word out of my fucking mouth and you should expect it.
So what will it take for a guy to lock you down?
Oh
Or
no.
could he? He couldn't.
No, fuck no. I want to be open. You could lock me down in the sense that you could fully be my fucking boyfriend, but I'm still gonna fuck everybody I want.
So you want a situation? You like
Well,
situational ships?
we could even like be married. I would totally marry a guy, but it needs to be an open fuck relationship. So maybe I'm not allowed to have other boyfriends. I could understand that. I could be monogamous in like the boyfriend husband situation, but I will fuck everybody I fucking want.
So for me, people always ask me, "Well, Tech, what is a situation for you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like we could be in the same area, and when we're in the same area, we go together. But when
Yeah.
we leave the area, we no longer go together.
Yeah.
That's what my
I like
situation
that.
is.
But I still like talking to these people on the phone and like doing things like that. Like I like
I hit
that.
my situations up every now and again, but if it's too often,
No,
then it's not a
I like
situation; it's a relationship.
see, and I like all these little relationships. I call them all my boyfriend. Like I like it. Some of them I don't hit up on a daily basis, but the main ones I always hit up on a daily basis.
How many main ones do you have?
Right now, two.
Okay, that's not
And
too
I
many.
rotate them on weekends, and they live in different places, so I get to travel more.
And with that, we're gonna take
They
another
know about
break.
each other too. They know
Oh,
about each
that's
other. So
dope. That's dope.
yeah.
I'm gonna take a break from this toxicity that you got going on.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna be right back with the with Stephanie Miss Toxic Love, trademark by Hektek, right here at Whatever by Hektek. All right, so we're back with Whatever by Hektek. I'm not gonna stop calling her this. I got Stephanie Miss Toxic Love telling me all her toxic, and you know what? The crazy thing is, not much shocks me anymore, but I'm pretty there. I'm pretty there right now. I never thought I'd find someone more toxic than me myself.
I am. Yeah. I should win a trophy for how toxic I am.
I'm gonna create one. I'm definitely going to create one because I thought I was up here with the bullshit that I do.
It's fun.
Yo. Yo, just shit. All right, so my next question to you, right? Why do you think a lot of women don't like when a man spits on the pussy?
Bits on it.
Yeah.
From previous experience, I can tell you because not all men take care of their fucking hygiene.
Oh, you got something from that?
I mean, it's just like it will throw off your pH balance if a man doesn't brush his teeth properly and stuff.
Huh. You know what?
I
You're
mean,
the.
that's me personally. I fucking hate spit. I have a big no spit thing. Like, I care less if
Oh,
you're spitting in my pussy, but you are not allowed to like spit on me in any way. That's my absolute no. I fucking
really?
hate spit and I hate saliva. Like, that's the grossest thing in the entire world to me.
So if
So
you
I
have
don't
a
really like
wet mouth kisser, you're turned off.
oh fuck no, I don't like kissing for starters. Like that's very intimate to me. So like
Okay.
that's not something I really like doing. I don't like intimacy and that kind of ugh, that's gross. And
Another
saliva,
toxic trait.
it's intimate as fuck. And like cuddling, ew. Holding hands, puke. Like I don't do that kind of shit. Throat fuck me and get out.
You keep raising the bar.
One guy was like, "So are you like a Netflix and chill kind of girl?" I'm like, "I'm already out the door kind of fucking girl.
Yeah.
Bye."
Before it says, "Are you still watching?" Like I'm gone.
I got my nut, and if I didn't get my nut, I'm gone and off to the next.
Yeah.
That is
So
something I used to do when I would always do like Tinder hookups. If a guy couldn't get me off properly, I was already swiping while I was on my way out the door.
damn.
It's kind of the same now, but I don't have to swipe. I just go on Tinder and find a porn star. I fucking love my life.
It's definitely, especially with us and testing and stuff like that. It's just a
So much
little,
safer
yeah. It's just
and
okay,
fun.
cool. Hey, you're in your 2 weeks, cool. So am I. What's
Right?
happening?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like when I saw that guy at the party and I just needed to bang him right then, as
yeah,
we're running in the bathroom, we're pulling up our test results.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. Like
love it.
instantly. So you don't like spit it. So I couldn't baby bird you.
Oh fuck no. Oh my god, a guy did it to me the other day after I warned him don't, but he was trying to dominate me and my first reaction was to spit it back at him like
So so first
But
of all,
I do let one of my boyfriends actually do it to me. He does it like all the time. He has really, really good hygiene and he's always chewing bubble gum. And then like he does it when we're at bars and stuff to kind of be like, fuck you, bitch, you're my property. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to you. So then I accept it like a good little slut.
so I like doing the baby bird shit and not telling them. I'd be
Yeah.
like, and then they just be like,
That's literally when I spit it back last week though. The
and
guy apologized so hard afterwards.
I've only had one girl spit it back,
I've done
and
it a few
then
times.
we ended up dating later on anyway, so it was like whatever. But yeah,
I gotta like really ready myself for it if it is gonna happen. You can't just do it spur of the moment because I'll fucking
flip. All
yeah.
right, so what else you don't like? You don't like spit.
I hate my nipples being touched and pinched. Specifically, that's from years of working at a strip club where the guys are allowed to touch my boobs. They've taken my nipple piercings and twisted them, pinched them, done
Yeah,
so many things that they literally throb at night and they hurt so fucking bad all the time. So honestly, like I hate my nipples being touched. I love my boobs being grabbed, but don't fucking touch my nipples. Yeah.
okay.
Big thing for me. This one guy I keep hooking up with every time I'm about to come, he pinches my fucking nipples.
It
And
throws
he was
you
just with
off.
this girl for the last 6 years, and I think that was her kink. But I swear to fucking God, the next time he does it, I'm backhanding him. I don't care if he's about to nut. He's getting fucking backhanded, so he goddamn remembers. Don't. Just don't fucking touch my nipples. And at the strip club that I work at once a month, I've made the bouncers tell customers every time before they walk in the room, don't touch my nipples. Yet they don't fucking listen. And so then I teach them and they still don't fucking listen. And I'll be in a lap dance with them, trying not to turn them off, but I'll take their fingers, pry them the fuck apart, show them how to touch my boobs. What do they do 2 seconds later?
Back, yeah, yeah.
And it is just like warm me the fuck out. Almost every girl that works at my strip club, we hate our nipples being touched because of what guys have done to us in the strip club. I've turned
Mm.
around and I've given these little fucking bitches purple nurples. And I was like, purple nurple? And they'll be like, what was that for? And I was like, well, you think that's pleasurable. It's an 18 and up club. So a lot of the times it is the 18-year-olds. It's either the 18-year-olds or the old men. For some reason, those are the nipple pinchers. The, fucking
In
men that know how
between.
to touch titties, they're not really doing it.
So has girls at your club ever been like, "Hey, let how teach me how to make more money doing this"?
Yes, I'm an evil bitch, so I won't help any girl that I have like a vendetta or that looked at me wrong. If you even fucking looked at me wrong, I'm not helping
Are
any
you
fucking
you sure you're not a Jersey girl?
right. But the girls that I actually like and appreciate, like my really, really good friend Callie Taylor, I have helped her out. Well, we both kind of got into the porn industry at the same time, coincidentally. She's also from Nebraska, but I've like helped her get a job at my strip club. We've traveled together. I've helped her out with expos. We've done so much that like I absolutely go out of my way to contact her about different opportunities and actually help her because she's actually a genuine friend. I've just like turned sideways because for 30 years of my life, everybody fucking hated me. I was just a stupid slut. Like literally every strip club I worked at, these bitches took so much time to like bully me, fuck with customers, all this shit that I've only had so many women against me for so many years that I don't want to help out these girls now. I'm sorry. They did nothing but put me down and make me hate myself for so long until, I all of a sudden get a social media and the same people that used to bully me are reaching out to me. And so I'm just kind of turned off from the whole
Oh,
thing.
I have so I used to work at strip club too, from DJ all the way to GM, right? And when they found out I was doing this, it's crazy. When they found out you're doing it, they're like, ill. You know what I mean? That's their initial thing. But then they like see me travel all the time. They're seeing me around women all the time. They're seeing this. And now I'm seeing those same girls who like ill 6, 7 years ago. Now they're, oh, look at my feet. Look at, you know what I mean? Like now they're in the industry. And I'm just like, I had one was like, she wanted me to find her a manager, right? To help her navigate and do her social media stuff. And so I'm like, well, I could do it. She's like, I don't want nobody I know. And I was like, that's the most silliest thing that you
And it
could
would
ever
also
say
be
something.
easier to have someone you know, because then like they know how to portray you better.
I was like, I was like, that's so. I was like, you're silly, and I see why you're not making money or not doing anything. Like it was just the weirdest thing she could have said, and I'm like, and a fault for mine. Although I'm toxic, I'm super, I think, super honest and super transparent. Just
Yeah, I
normally,
am
right?
too. I'm very honest.
I'm honest, but I'm tactful. If it's gonna come off mean spirited, then I try to not say it. Right? That's just
Yeah,
me.
and I'm the same way. I just, it's not like I'm telling these girls, fuck you, go to hell. I just like don't respond to them when they try to be fake friends with me to post photos on social media. Like I literally had a girl, she was like, I will do anything for you to post me to your Instagram. I don't want to post her now. I post my
Yeah,
fucking genuine friends. If you're just trying to
yeah,
post some photos with me to get a fucking post, no, bitch. If you're actually a friend, we're gonna take some photos.
yeah. Even the ones that hit me up randomly and be like S for S, and I'm like, I
No,
will
I don't do
S for S if we work together, but if we're like, no, I'm not doing. First of all, for
it. Also
me
puts
that
your account at risk. Like social media doesn't like that. Why take the risk?
and for me to build my clientele and my brand to what it is and to just do it for some rando who I know is in today and out tomorrow, why? Like
Yeah.
I've been doing this. You know what I mean? Through all the ridicules, all the whatever, I've been doing this. So you don't want to take the same risk that I've taken. You want the easy way. So have fun at that. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
it for you.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
kind of the same with like money. Now that I have a little bit of money and, people see I'm traveling all the time, all these plane rides and all this going on, some pretty fancy vacations and stuff. I get all these girls hitting me up for money now. And the first thing I always say is go suck a dick. Go suck a dick for it. When you will suck a dick for fucking money, come to me and ask me for the money that I suck dick for because you're going to sit there. And one girl was like, I have morals. I would never. The audacity to ask me for money, you fucking nah.
I just had one. I had one ask me last night for $30, and I was like, no. And
Go
she
suck
was
a dick
like,
for it.
and she was like, so you're telling me you're not going to help me? That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Because now, right? If and tell me if I'm wrong. If I was to say, well, I won't give you the $30, but I give you a couple $100 for a scene. Boom, boom, boom.
How dare you? You're a predator. Blah blah blah. You're taking advantage of my situation.
Thank you, Stephanie. Me and you gonna hang out. We gonna hang
Right?
out really tough.
We're gonna get
Like,
along. Are you going to the New Jersey Exotica?
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've been in for a while.
Yeah. It's
I'm
my first
now
one.
I'm now only going to stuff that really super benefits me, or I'm booked to go.
Yeah,
I can
no,
stay.
absolutely. I'm
I
getting
can
paid
stay
to
in
sign.
Florida.
I got sent a couple grand to sign there, so I'm there.
I could be in Florida and do the same shit. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I signed
And
with a
I
company
know
called Coin. And so they're paying me to be the face of their company. So I'm like, going to
that's
all the
dope.
exoticas now.
Yeah, and I know everybody that's there besides the IG models that's now popping up everywhere.
Mhm.
So I see the same face year in year out.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's just not fun for me no more. And
And
I'll
I'll
be
probably be
honest,
the same in, a few years or whatever, but this is my first year. So I'm still like, oh,
rock
I'm
out
excited.
with your cock out, 100%.
Right. And I heard New Jersey's the best one. So I'm
It's the
really excited.
best. So if I was to rank them, right? Jersey, Chicago. I've never been to DC, but I would definitely put DC in front of Miami.
Miami sucked. It was so bad. I've been Chicago, Miami, and yeah, just the two. Miami was terrible.
Miami, no one wants to work. There's too much to do in Miami. That's the problem. So
And
Chicago
there were
and Jersey,
too many
there's nothing to
fans that,
do really.
yeah.
So you have
Like
to work.
yeah, at the Miami Exotica, it was just a whole bunch of men that were content creators that came at me like, oh, because I sell like photos of me and stuff like that. None of them wanted to buy anything. They all just wanted to collab with me and not do a paid collab, when it would definitely benefit them a lot more than me because like they, barely had like, an OnlyFans going and stuff. So they were literally just like really trying to get the benefit off of it, but they were all just so, pay for a photo with you. How fucking dare you ask? But when I was in Chicago, nobody had a fucking problem paying for a photo with me. Not one.
No.
I made so much fucking money. Because
Yeah.
I stand there topless. Why would you not want a photo with me?
Yeah. Miami, I think, and the crazy thing is people, this is we're going to talk about audacity, right?
I use that word so much.
This is the audacity of people. Hey, heck, you gonna come up? Cause maybe we could shoot, or maybe you could shoot some stuff that we got going on. Da da da. And then I'll be like, yeah, here's my rate. Crickets.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they want you there when it's beneficial for them, and they don't have to come out of pocket. But when you start talking numbers now it's like, but we've known each other for. I used to have this, and it used to piss me off. It still does, right? I reach out for to a model. She'd give me her rates. I'm like, cool, okay, whatever. Then she'd be like, but photos. She's like, but we could do photos for trade. You just gave me a whole ass rate. Why would I now
Right.
do photos for you for free?
So true.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I have a little bit of like the opposite situation going on right now, but yeah.
Oh, with photos and not scenes?
Well, no, like this guy, he wanted to collab and everything like that. And I agreed to it, even though normally with his social media and his following and everything like that, that would be a paid collab. You would have to pay to collab with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I did kind of like his look. So I agreed to do the collab without him having to pay me. Well, now it's to the point where he wanted me to travel 4 fucking hours for it and pay for half the fucking hotel. When again, I like usually I would get paid for this type of collab. This is definitely the type of collab I would absolutely charge a fee for. He's wanting me to pay over $200 in Uber and split the hotel. And so finally I agreed for him to travel
But
to
you like
me.
broke
I'll get
guys.
the
That's
fucking
broke
hotel.
guy energy.
This isn't fucking. This is a collab. This is fucking. This is a collab. This guy should be fucking paying me.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
should like no, this is not a
And he
dating
couldn't even.
situation. Yeah. And so now it's to the situation where I paid for the motherfucking hotel, even though I'm already paying rent at a place right now nightly. So I'm paying rent, but I can't shoot here. So I had to pay for a fucking hotel for this guy to come. And then he says, okay, I'm going to come and bring my camera equipment. Let's do a photo shoot. I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, and you can just pay me for the photos.
Yo!
First of all, based on his following, he should also pay me for the photos. No fucking offense. You should be paying me for a photo shoot and the fucking collab now.
Yo!
So what's kind
Say
of
the
funny is
word. Say the word.
I'm
Because
about
that's.
to go to this collab with him right when this ends. I'm about to
Yeah.
go to the hotel with him. And what's so funny is in the meantime of setting this up, I've had 2 photographers reach out to me that want to shoot me tonight. 2 fucking photographers that have over 250,000 followers on their Instagram because they're such good photographers, and neither of them would ever charge me a fucking dime. So I'm just like, I'm gonna go to this shoot. I'm gonna do the collab, whatever. But there's no way in fucking hell this man is taking a fucking photo of me.
Yo! That's like,
And
so
the
for me.
audacity of him, the audacity, like
So for
I've
me,
never
right?
paid for a hotel in a collab. I've never once ever fucking paid for a hotel. No man has ever asked me to go half in a hotel. And maybe that's me being a little high maintenance and stuff, but like fuck
No,
you, bro. You get my
it's
fucking
no, it's
pussy.
not. So
You
I'll
get
tell
my
you.
fucking pussy.
So I have probably 5 scenes to shoot here in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
One of them, the girl was like, "I'll go ahead and get the room," blah 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 blah, right? But I knew I had multiples in one day, so I went ahead and got the room. Even I'm getting a paid photo shoot
Hmm.
And I didn't even add this to the girl's pricing, right? I just gave her a
Yeah,
straight pricing. So I'm still paying for the room, location, all that. I normally do that anyways, right?
yeah. I feel like most guys offer to do that.
I've never, ever have been like, I've had women offer like, hey, well, since you bought this nice room, I give you half. And I'm like,
And I've
because
done
I'm
that.
not
I've
broke.
definitely offered it. I've definitely offered it and stuff like that. But I've never just had somebody like be like, oh, you need. And the thing was, when I finally agreed, okay, let's meet middle ground and pay halfway, then I looked up the Uber charges and I was like, okay, you want me to pay for half of a hotel room and over $200 in Uber. At this point, could you please pay for the whole hotel room? And you're still going to be out less money than me paying for over $200 in my hotel room or in Uber. And he wouldn't do that. He refused
So why didn't
to pay
you?
for the whole hotel room. And why didn't
So
I just
why didn't you
cancel? I don't
cancel?
fucking know. I don't fucking know. I wish I would have canceled at this point.
Yo,
I
that's
canceled at this
even
point. It better
even
be worth it. And honestly, I
like
don't even think the video is going to sell very well.
it's a like there has to be some kind of benefit, right?
Yeah.
And
And
this one,
honestly,
there's
when this
no
whole
benefit to
thing
you
came
whatsoever.
about, yeah, when this whole thing came about, it was supposed to be a foursome video with two of my close friends that wanted to shoot with him. Well, now it's just me and this guy, and I don't think I'm benefiting anything, and I'm at a couple hundred for it, as well as like probably he's wanting to shoot for 4 hours. That's 4 hours of my fucking time.
4 hours?
Yeah,
And he
I'm gonna
can
cut it off at 8 p.m. because I got the tattoo guy at 9:30, and I'd rather
wait, wait,
like,
wait. So he sets up a 4 hour shoot and can't pay for the location?
yeah.
That's
Oh, he wants to charge me. Don't forget the part that he wants to charge me right now.
I just got back from New York and
And I paid for my plane ticket here. Did I forget that part? I paid for my plane ticket here.
I
Go
just got
on.
back
Go
from
on.
New York. I had a model. She's in Philly. She's like, I'll drive 2 hours for it because we're never normally in the same spot. She's like, I drive 2 hours. I'm like, bet. I pay for the
Mhm.
hotel room. I just don't think about stuff like that. Like, but you know
I've never
what's so,
had a situation like this, so I'm just kind of like soured on the whole thing.
yo, that
Yeah,
he better break your back.
he better. But I don't think he will.
He Jesus, like, wow, fuck, you got me stumped with that one. He got a what's his following count? I'm just curious.
5,000.
On IG?
Twitter, I don't even know his IG. Let's look. It's probably like teeny tiny.
Yo, I got 4 times the amount.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, this isn't even like, yeah, because that's kind of what it goes based on, because I know that these people can like sell the video and make money off of me with my name or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let me see really quick. Because I'm honestly interested too when he's trying to charge me for a photo shoot. Because the only photo shoots that I usually pay for, I either do them trade for trade or I make the guy pay for a photo shoot with me. The only
Yeah.
ones that I don't do that with, it's like really big name photographers or whatever. But he
Yeah.
has 7,000 on Instagram.
So I don't normally go based off Instagram because especially being in this industry, pages get
Yeah.
like this is probably my fourth Instagram page, so I'm like whatever at this point.
Yeah, mine was just down for 2 months. I just got it back.
Um, this dude got some brass balls. I'm telling you, like,
Yeah. It better be
damn.
worth it. I don't know. We'll see.
I need you to after the scene. Not that I want to be pervy, but I'm curious. I want you to be like, yo, it was worth it.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. You know.
Shit. So I know you got to go soon. I got one more
Yes.
question to ask you. Um, and let me make it a good one.
Yeah, better.
Okay, I'll do this one just to see your point on it. What do you
Okay.
think is the difference between a porn star and a content creator?
porn star does like professional scenes. Content creators never done a professional scene. And I also feel like Pornhub, like because you only get named a porn star when you've done a professional scene. Like you have to
Nope,
send that
no,
in.
you don't. No,
Really? I
I'm
had
a
to
porn
send
star
it
on
in,
there.
but I had to send in my scenes. How did you get changed as a porn star?
Because I have a website.
Okay. Well, that is what it is then. It depends on those type of things.
Yeah,
Like if you're actually doing like professional porn or if you're just creating your own content.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of so with that being said, I'm noticing a lot of people, civilians, I'll say that, are hip to the game now, right? So
Yeah.
they know all I have to do is say I'm a content creator. I could buy a following, present it to the girls, and most girls are gonna fall for it.
Not most, but some.
I've seen a lot fall for
Okay, a lot. I've fell for it twice.
it.
Now
I
I
was about to.
know you gotta like look at more things.
They don't
The guys
care.
with the big followings that didn't just buy their following, you can Google them. There's gonna
So
be more shit about them.
so the but just like I said to you, right? When I send the call sheet or I send out the professional email, most people just skim and they go about their business, right? And now, say, case in point, Mr. 7,000, that's what we're going to call him, Mr. 7,000, right?
Yeah.
Now, you then solidified him as a content creator or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck he is. Now, another girl is going to look at his shit, see you go and look at your stuff, and I'll be like, oh, he must be really out here
And
doing
do
his
you know
thing.
why I agreed to shoot with him? Because the girl that's pinned to the top of his profile has 1 million followers, and that's the way porn works.
Wow.
And I found out on a phone call today that that's actually his girlfriend. So that's why he was able to shoot with a girl with 1 million followers.
Oh, he pulled the okey doke.
Yeah.
So, damn.
But I mean, it is what it is. Whatever.
At
I
this
just hope the
point,
video sells for me. All I really care about at this point, I don't even care if he breaks my back. I care if I make money off the videos.
so I
But
will
I make the
also.
most money off my back being broken. So like my fans know that I really enjoy rough, dominating sex. And so that's what they buy because like why are you gonna buy a vanilla ass scene that you know I'm not having fun doing?
I It's and tell me if I'm wrong. You've been in it for a year and a half.
Mhm.
Fans are different, so you might actually be like, "Yo, this scene right here is fire
Yeah, and they won't like it. That happens all the time. They
all
don't
the
like
fucking
my
time."
favorite scene. My favorite scene that I've ever shot was this sexy video with Zach Wild. And I
Mm.
even sell it as like, this is the best scene ever. But people don't buy it as much as they buy my other videos, even though the lighting's so perfect and everything. I don't know what it is. They like what they like.
I have so I have a dry humping series too, right?
I
And then
didn't.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so I've stepped back a lot from boy girls content. I still do like blowjobs and stuff like that, but the dry humping series is my shit right now, right? That's my
Yeah.
baby. That's what I love to do. So there's one scene, me and this girl. Well, actually, me and two other girls, right? But it's two separate scenes. So much chemistry. It was so it was so good. I didn't even care about making the money back on my investment
Yeah.
because it was so good, right?
I've
And I was pissed because not only was the scene so good, in my opinion, our chemistry was so good, but she got out of the industry months later.
yeah, that sucks.
I was not mad. I'm all for people going and do what they want to do, but I wanted another scene with her. Like I
Yeah.
knew I wanted another scene with her off the rip, right?
Yeah.
Fans don't buy that shit.
No.
They buy. I have a scene with two gilfs like hotcakes.
Yeah.
they don't like seeing me with like super fine women. I don't know what it is with my fans. They're weird.
Mine's the same almost with like threesome videos. I'll find a super hot girl and then a guy, and I'll think like this is gonna sell so good. And then they don't buy it. And they're like, well, the other girl was distracting. I just want to see you. And then I filmed with two guys, and I was afraid at first that they weren't gonna like it. And it fucking sells like crazy. Especially two bi guys. I was really afraid to sell my first bisexual video where everybody's fucking everybody. So like the guys are sucking each other's dicks, there's anal, there's everything. I was so scared to sell that video and have people not buy it or lose fans. And now that sells like crazy because guys that are just a little bit curious feel more comfortable watching that because I'm in it. So it's not just the same as like watching a gay porno where, you know, that might excite them a little bit and it's different and it's fun and it's
Right.
unique. They will that those videos sell so much. And I was really afraid that they wouldn't sell for me, and they do.
Yeah. And it just goes back to us. I feel like overall we just need to make whatever content I guess we feel we need to make and just
Yeah.
hope for the best. So this
Exactly.
scene, although this dude is really giving you the kibosh and not in a good way.
I was even like, I'm 9 minutes away from the hotel. And during this, I was like, hey, are you going to come pick me up? No. I'm going to Uber to the hotel.
And give him some of that bomb ass pussy. He does not deserve it.
At least made him drive over 2 hours for it. At least.
Because it would have been you driving 2 hours away, right?
Taking Uber.
So he has a vehicle and he won't pick you up.
I'm 9 minutes away from this goddamn fucking hotel.
Yo, he's a whole dickhead.
Yes, that's the word I've been looking for all day.
He's a whole dickhead.
Yeah. With
Yo.
him wanting me, like, he was going to get a cheap ass hotel. It was going to be $140. He wanted me to pay $70 of that. When I showed him the Uber receipt, it's going to be over $100 each way there. And then you're expecting another $70 out of me. That's over $270 out of my pocket. And only $70 out of yours?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Me and
As
you
well
will
as I
hang
had
out.
this interview. So this thing was supposed to happen this morning even. And I was like, well, I need to be back by 3 p.m. to the place so I can have this interview and stuff. And he was like, even trying to fuck with that. And I'm just like, no, I'm good.
Yo. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna use a super white word, flabbergasted.
I love that word. I'm flabbergasted. I'm the fucking audacity.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, love. So Jesus, yo. Damn.
Shit I stuck with.
So,
I just say he's probably not going to get a second collab. That's for sure.
hi. So we're gonna end this on that note. Fucking yo,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, talk your shit. Tell people where they can find you, find your
I mean,
content, all that.
stephanielove.official. It has everything, literally everything you could want from me. It
I
has my
know that's how I
OnlyFans,
found it.
all my professional scenes are listed. It's just stephanielove.official. It also has like my tour schedule for the exoticas, and I do feature dancing. So I'm about to dance in New York next month.
Okay.
So it has all that fun stuff.
Sapphires?
Yes, in Times Square, my first official featured performance.
So I know what I'm talking about if I could pinpoint where you're going to be at. So
yeah, but there's also 4 sapphires in New York apparently. So
there is. Yeah.
But I'll be at the Times Square on November 9th. Just the Times Square one.
All right. So I greatly appreciate. We
Yes,
definitely
thank you
got
so
to do
much.
this shit again.
Absolutely.
You are fantastic. I love the energy you bring. The toxic. Oh my god! Like for real. Most people say I'm toxic as fuck, and I had to text my guy. Right, I had to text my dude, and I'm like, yo, I just renamed her Stephanie Miss Toxic Love. And I'm like, she's more toxic than me. And he's like, there's no fucking way. I'm like, bro, yeah, it's
That's
insane.
so funny. I love it.
It's insane. So this is Hektek from Whatever by Hektek, the show about whatever, where we talked our shit. We talked more industry standard stuff. I'm gonna get you on with some crazier questions because I have a warped mind. But
Okay.
I definitely loved this interview. It was dope. I'm definitely gonna have you on for another time. So go
Yes.
ahead and wave bye to the fans.
I love you all.